it would be a B. And likewise, between C and E, on that line there, would be a D. Between E and G, on this line here, would be an F. Okay, so I don't teach an extra saying for that one. Right. Here, again, I'll send some of this out, actually. I might just email you guys a copy of this. But we've got the treble clef, the bass clef, and here's just a diagram of all the notes. So middle C is, on the treble clef, is one note, is one line, it's called a legend line, but it's one line below. And on the bass clef, middle C is one line just above. Okay? And from there, you can see all your other notes, you can see our musical alphabet, A, B, C, D, F, G, repeats over and over again, all the way up the stave. Okay? We'll whiz on. Okay, as I say, you don't have to remember this, just you've got something to refer to now. A quick note test. Okay, I did say I might give you a quick test. Let's just have a go. So hopefully turn to your page if you will need to. If you can't remember the sayings, let's go around. I think there's, we'll just go around. If we have one go, could you work out that one, Delaney? That no. Well, no, so flick to your page.
Treble.
It's treble clef, but there is a page in there, so try and find it, because this is what we want to. I think I put one in there, hopefully. There should hopefully be that page. It might be a bit small. Can you work out on that?
An E?
Yes, good, yeah. And the saying we would have used is face in the space. This is in a space, okay? This one is a line now, okay? So we're not in the spaces. Let's go around, Jan?
E?
E, yes, another E, okay? From our saying, every green bus drives fast. Okay, we're sticking with the treble clef. Middle line, Peter, can we?
B.
Pardon? B?
B.
Yeah, okay. That's it. Luan?
C.
Yeah, C. Sam, it's coming over to you now. What note's this one?
I.
Yep. So, you know, this is really great. Now, this one I haven't covered. So I'm not going to ask anyone that. I haven't covered this one. This is not in the spaces, so face does not help us. It's not on the line, so every green bus drives fast does not help us. It's just below. Now this line here is E, so if it's just below, it's D. Okay, that's going to be a D. Right. Now, we're on to the bass clef, and I don't know why, but I've started with one I haven't taught you. I've started with one I haven't taught you, which means I'm going to explain this one, then I'll give you the more fair questions. Our saying for the spaces was all cows eat grass. So this bottom space was an A, or is an A. If we go down to the line, it's G, and if we go below the line, it's F. Okay? I will change that slide for next year. It should have been a simple one. Now this one we can work out. A bit tricky, because you've got to remember the saying, and then you've got to work out the note from the saying. Who's up for a challenge? Let's go to row 2. Go on, Kim.
No, I don't know.
Go for a challenge. See if you can work it out. So we're looking at the all cows eat grass one. If you've got it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah? So we've got all cows, and we're going to this line. So it's between all cows eat. It's between these two. Don't feel afraid to have a guess. I really don't mind if you get the answer wrong. You shouldn't feel embarrassed either, because it's not something I've only briefly taught this.
No, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Okay, so here, this space here is all, so A. This space cows, C, and we haven't taught you saying, so the next space is eat. So it's between C for cows and E for eat. Therefore, it's going to be on this line here, which is a D. Okay? I'm teaching this very fast here, so again, please don't be daunted if you don't get it. I just kind of want to give you a broad outline of what is entailed, okay, for the early part of the piano. I think we've got one more, maybe two. Another line, okay, I've been really cruel on the bass clef. Who could have a go at this line? Who would like to have a go on, Sam? That's an F, yeah, so we've gone all cows eat, we've got up to an E on this space here. It's not a G, grass, it's not, because it's not high enough. It's not an E, it's too high, so it's between E and G, and we have an F. Okay, that was our little lesson on the stave. that would be reinforced many, many times over for you, for a child learning piano, or an adult learning piano. You will go over the notes, and adults especially will say, oh, I can't remember the note, I have to keep doing the same. I say, that's not a problem. Eventually you will know it. Likewise for the children, they will keep doing that same, face in the space. Eventually they will remember that, and you won't have to. Eventually you'll look at a piece of music, you'll see a note, and you'll know that it's that note. Okay? So, how long does that note last for? This is our quick look into rhythm. Here we've got some note values. I'm not going to get us to do any rhythms today. I just want to introduce you to the types of notes that we cover up to grade 1 generally. This is the first note really most children learn, I would say. Crotchets, commonly, a lot of their pieces are going to contain crotchets. That piece, Mary Had a Little Lamb, is crotchets, which last for 1 beat. Okay, this is a beat. Okay, or if I do tap a beat with my foot, so my foot is tapping just a beat, and if I play crotchets with my hands, it's just going to match my foot. So it's just going to go like this. See, I'll just go exactly the same time. So I'm just playing crotchets there. There now, it's all about halves and doubling, so it's nice. It's a real good bit of maths for young children as well. A crotchet, to get to a minim, you double it, so it lasts for 2. So again, if this is my beat, I'm going to clap minims now. They last for 2, so it'll be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Going on to semi-breves, they last for 4 beats. Okay, so again, this one lasts for 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So semi-breves 4, minims 2, crotchets 1, quavers. A bit trickier. These will be the trickiest ones to get children to play in time. They're half a beat each. So if this is your beat, you're going to have to introduce the word and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. That's mainly what I want to say today on notes. I'm not going to try and teach all rhythm or get us to really clap any rhythms just now. Okay. That is what I wanted to say on rhythm. Just so you've got a reference point to the notes. So if you see at the end of your child's piece, for example, on Mary Had a Little Lamb, I think off the top of my head it's got one of these at the end, so you could get your child to maybe count to 4 at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So that's how it works with the piano. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I play 4 crotchets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 minims, 1, 2, 3, 4, and if I play the quavers, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay? Right. Gets a little bit more interesting now as your child progresses. Dynamics, loud and quiet playing. Okay? This describes the loud and quiet playing of a piece. I'll just give you a very quick demonstration of a grade 1 piece, not the entire piece, just one line. Let's see. Oh, I think we'll make it a grade 2 piece because I've lost my book. Let's see, what have we got here? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to play you just a small amount of a piece now. This is not the published dynamics, I'm just going to make up some dynamics now, okay? So... that is not how it's supposed to be played, okay? But I started loud, okay? And then I ended up quiet. Okay? So dynamics, loud and quiet. I just wanted to introduce you to some questions you can ask your child. If they're getting up to the grade 1 level or grade 2, 3, 4, this is relevant to grade 8 and to concert level, dynamics. You will always hear dynamics in music. You can ask your child at any level, beyond grade 1, can you describe the dynamics of this piece to me? Or can you, or you can ask them, which part are you supposed to play loudly? Is there a bit that's quiet? Okay? These are the kind of questions you can ask. And do the dynamics change? Sometimes children forget, adults forget to go, they start loud and they forget to go, oh, it says quiet there. Okay? So, and on the music, this is how dynamics are written. PP, very quiet, okay? And that's pianissimo actually. PP is pianissimo, all Italian words. P is quiet, piano. F forte loud, and FF very loud, fortissimo. Okay, so they're your dynamics. That's for now. That's all I'm going to say on that. Because I'm going to move on. As I say, I'll bombard you with information, but you've got an outline of it, and I'll send you any copy. I'll send you all a copy of this presentation, and you can, if you want to, just remind yourself of anything, you can. Articulation sounds really tricky. I hate having to use words like this when teaching children because it can be a bit daunting. But this describes if the piece is legato or staccato. Again, more tricky words. They're ever-expanding vocabulary. Legato is smooth, and if I wanted to play that staccato, and so on. Okay, so just questions you can ask your children. Are you playing this piece staccato or legato? This piece is written as legato. So if they were playing, if they prepared their piece and played it like this to the examiner, they wouldn't get great marks, okay? Because they've got the wrong articulation, and articulation is just smooth or detached notes. And you can ask them which section is staccato. Can you play that piece smoothly? Okay. So grade 1 is challenge. The book looks like this. No one parent here tonight whose child is preparing for grade 1 and knows firsthand it is a challenge. It really is. So you need to have good practice. Good practice involves not a child just going to the piano and sort of making some sounds, playing a bit, or playing their favourite piece from 3 weeks ago. You've got to have a little bit of a focus when they go there. So if we go back to this piece, son, daughter, I think you should try and do the first 3 bars, and they'll say, "Get lost, go away, you don't know all about piano, you have no idea." But you can try and say, "Look, come on, play me 3 bars, play me these 3 bars, practice these 3, I'm going to come back in 5 minutes, if you've improved, I'll take you to cinema." So, just so they know what they've got to work on, really. Okay, they'll get some stars. Right, constants and grades, just gives a goal to work towards. I do a concert each term. I haven't booked this one for this term, but I will be doing one. Great for confidence, and it's also a nice chance for children to see other children perform, because music, in the early stages is very solitary. You're sitting at your piano, you're on your own, and you don't get to really share what you're doing with anyone else. It's not like being in a band, so it is a bit solitary to begin with, and that's why I think concerts are really good. And I've seen some of my younger ones be really inspired by the older ones. One young boy keeps asking about, how's Dylan doing? Has he done his grade 3 now? And he might be working on his prep test, or he's just done his grade 1. And they've looked up to this slightly older guy and sort of thought, wow, he's doing grade 3. Okay, so we're drawing to the latter part of this. So some ideas, okay? Some ideas to keep inspiration going. Now, let's see if the sound works, but find an exciting piece on YouTube and potentially, you can just play it to a child. I didn't get a video, I'm afraid, because it probably delay it, but if you have a little listen, this is a very famous piece. World records are set using this piece it plays. It's very quiet now, it's not going to come out. What a shame. I think.
You can play it, Bob.
Open that up.
Yeah? Oh, I can't play it. Is it? Oh, okay. What have we got? Is it playing? Will it play? Is it playing? I did press play, let's see. We'll try once more. I did hear the audience clap as it started, but that's a shame. Well, basically, that was the Flight of the Bumblebee. I can play you the opening 2 bars and then it will go extremely wrong. So I'll play the opening 2 bars. But it's something like this, it may even go wrong in the first bar now that I think about it, but it's that very energetic, yeah. I haven't got this piece in my repertoire, it's virtuoso level. I can hear it coming out so quietly, but no, it's a loose connection or something. I can hear it coming out somewhere, but it's.
Well, yeah. Turned up.
I'm not sure. Don't worry, if not. No, we'll leave it. I can hear it coming out somewhere, but not to worry. We'll move on. We'll move on. Musical activities. You could go to hear an orchestra play. The Royal Albert Hall is an amazing venue. Classic FM at the movies is an amazing one. If your children like Star Wars, Jurassic Park, anything like that, it'd be really great. Peter and the Wolf, available on YouTube. Lovely old-fashioned cartoon, just to get, you know, hear the instruments played. Could be something, you know, Christmas time. It's quite Christmassy actually. Peter and the Wolf, be a nice one to watch. Fantasia, a bit old now, but you know, nice film to watch. You could purchase a few instruments to keep the beat with. Will get noisy in your house though. Just these are just ideas. They may or may not work for you. iPad apps. There's some great apps, and you know, if you type in music, there's some really good apps you can get. You know, that encourage. You can get ones to test the notes that we did today as well. You can, you know, test the notes on that as they learn them. And sorry.
Can you recommend any?
I can within lessons if you want. Yeah, off the top of my head, I haven't added them. But if you type in things like, you know, music notes and things like that, you will find quite a good selection that will come up. Some are free, some are 69p or £1 or something like that. Not too expensive. Number 6, if you like dancing, dance around the house to a piece of music. You know, it's just about engaging with music really and making it fun. Okay. Very near the end now. You've done extremely well. I'm impressed. Best music lesson I've ever taught. This is interesting. A lady who's here this evening, she had some work done on her house and just had to move the piano just out of necessity more than anything, and found that in the new room her son was playing the piano more than ever, because it was in quite a social room where there was a lot of human traffic going in and out of this room, and then all of a sudden he started playing more than ever. So I think it's something sometimes to consider. Where is the piano? Is it somewhere where they might go to more willingly or not? As you know, if you don't want it in the bathroom, that was a jokey. Don't put it in the bathroom.
Curtains.
Dear. A quick statistic to finish with. I was looking on the ABRSM website, and I told a couple of people recently, of the general population, only about 1 in 20,000 make it to grade 8 piano each year, which, you know, it really depends how you look at it. I was having a conversation with an 11-year-old boy. I said, is that inspiring or is that demoralising? Does that make you want to, you know, say, oh, I can do something that hardly anyone can, and it is a lovely and well-respected skill? Or does it make you think, oh, if only 1 in 20,000 can do it, I'll never do it? Hopefully, all my pupils will, you know, aim to get there. It's not the route for everyone. Not everyone is aiming for that point, but if they get there, they're part of a very elite club, which is, you know, really amazing. So the main point of this was time to perfection, 45 minutes. The whole idea of this was give you more ideas than just say to your child, have you done your practice? My whole idea for doing this today was, you know, there is a bit of a negative connotation to always saying, have you done your practice? Have you done your practice? And if that's all you can say, you know, I think for some children it won't be a problem, but for others it might just be the, you know, that one little thing, that one extra bit of, you know, negativity in their minds, because it's not a negative thing to say, but it might be that one extra negative thing that causes them to sort of really dig their heels and say, no, I'm quitting piano, I've had enough, I don't want to do it anymore. So hopefully I've given you some ideas for ways you can help engage with you know, your children's progress on piano. You know, sometimes do this, yeah, do nag them. Have you done your practice? I asked you about dynamics yesterday, I asked you about articulation the day before, I helped you find middle C on Monday. Come on, have you done your practice? Yeah, then kind of get onto their case. I hope that's given you a nice insight into things you can do, and I hope it hasn't been too daunting. And as I said, if you can take away one thing, then please feel positive about that. If there's 1 or 2 things that you feel you can take away from this evening, then that's been a success in my opinion. So don't focus on, oh God, I don't know this, I don't know that. Please just think about the 1 or 2 things that you now know. Okay, so we will finish there. I look forward to seeing some of you after lessons, and thank you very much for coming this evening. So thanks.